Always Believe House. Oh, today we're going to rock and roll because we're going to do Star Review 26. Ho, 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 ho. Try to get this turned in this week so you get the 5 extra points. And a magical whiteboard appears. And let's start rocking and rolling. Oh, ho, ho. Okay, so I'm going to zoom into number 21. Remember, if you have ax plus by equals c, the slope is negative a over b, right? Piece of cake there, right? And to get the x-intercepts, you do c over a. And to get the y-intercepts, you do c over b. Piece of cake. You've been doing this all year. This should be real simple, okay? So number, this one right here, our slope is going to be negative 5 over 4. The x-intercepts, 20 divided by 5, which is 4. The y-intercepts, 20 divided by 4, which is 5. It's a piece of cake in it. Let's go down to this one right here. This is going to be your slope. Remember, mx plus b. So my slope on this one's 3/4. Then on the next one right here, this is confusing some of y'all. Remember, it's y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. So my slope is 2/3. And remember, this is my x and this is my y, right? But they're going to flip signs because of the minus. So the opposite of positive 2 is negative 2. And the opposite of a negative 3 is a positive 3. So that line will go through the point negative 2 over 2 comma 3 and have a slope of 2/3. Let's go to number 22. Same thing on this. So if I do 4 divided by 4, my x-intercept is going to be 1. If I do 4 divided by 1, my y-intercept will be 4. So I'm going to put a dot at x, 1, and y is 4. It's going to be a solid line. The slope's going to be negative 4 over 1, so it's going to do this. Since the y is positive, this means I'm going to shade down. So the less than sign means down on the y-axis, right? You're not shading left or right. You're shading above or below, right? And then on the last one here, I got y greater than or equal to negative 2. So it's going to go through the y-axis at negative 2, be a dashed line, and it's greater than, I'm going to shade up. So the purple line gets shaded up, the red line gets shaded down. This right here will be the ordered pairs that make the line work, okay? So that is my solution of points right there, okay? Let's go to number 23. Easiest way to do 23 is just to pick 2 points, okay? Underline function of y is pounds, x is rocks, and then this is my y, this is my x. 40 divided by 19 is 21, and 15 minus 6 is 9. This is y minus y, this is x minus x in it. Your slope's y minus y over x minus x. You simplify that, that divides by 3, it's going to be 7/3. So 7/3, and it's going to be 7/3 pounds per rock. Remember, your slope is y per x. That's how you write your slope down. Independent variable and dependent variable in that, okay? This would also be your x-axis label, your y-axis label. Let's go to number 24. Okay, should be able to do this right here, okay? So this is our starting number. This is our growing number, and it's going to go down, so negative 5x plus 60. The slope of the line is negative 5, and it represents 5 eggs eaten per day. I love Reese's peanut butter eggs. 5 eggs eaten per day. So this right here is my y, this right here is my x. So days and eggs. We start off at 60, so I'm just going to put a dot up here and put a 60. And then when will we run out of the eggs? If you take 60 and divide it by 5, you get 12, right? At 12 days, we'll run out of eggs. So I'm just going to go over here, put a dot and put 12, and then I'm going to connect them, right? That's when we'll run out of eggs, right? Okay. So the y-intercept of this graph would be 60. And it represents the initial amount or the starting amount of eggs. And then the x-intercept would be 12, and that's 12 days equals 0 eggs. That's your 0 in it. That's the 0 in the function. The independent variable is the days. And the dependent variable is the eggs. Okay? So the number of eggs depends on how many days you have, right? Let's really quickly get the domain and range. The domain would be from 0 to 12. And the range would be from 0 to 60, would it? Okay, and this is our range. Remember, the range is your y values, the domain is your x values. They all start off at 0. The domain goes from 0 to 12. The range goes from 0 to 60. Let's go down to number 27. I'm going to let you solve this on the calculator. We'll set it up together. 3 stuffed shrimps and 6 stuffed crabs. That sounds good. So stuffed shrimps are x, stuffed crabs are y. So 3 stuffed shrimp, 3x, plus 6y is $21. A stuffed crab costs more than a stuffed shrimp. Remember, when you have this, you want to set it up as big equals small plus difference. That's the easiest way to do it, okay? So which one costs the most? A stuffed crab costs more. So our stuffed crab was what? Y. So y is going to be equal to the shrimp x plus the 50 cents, right? Now then, you will type those two in the calculator and do menu 3 to enter, right? Hit enter, enter, right? And then just type those in and get your x and y. Remember, when you use the calculator, you've got to use your x and y. Okay, right there, this is just using the calculator. So this is going to turn into 1 over 4 thirds. Just write down your answer. This right here turns into the 4th root of 81 to the 3rd power. But you will just type this into the calculator and put down your answer here. I'm going to show you another way to do this. Just don't mess up on the integers. Remember, if you divide, you subtract your exponents. So you're going to do this, okay? You can also make them all positives and do it that way, okay? On the last one, you're going to put 1 over 11 squared and just type that in and put down your answer. The answer's not negative. It turns into a fraction, doesn't it? Okay, right here, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So you're going to do 16 squared plus b squared equals 34 squared. And round the answer to the 10th, okay? If the answer is a decimal. And let's go down to 30. Okay, this right here is positive, so it opens up. The 2 means it's going to be vertically stretched. A horizontal stretch would do this. A horizontal stretch would make it like that, which would make it wider. A horizontal stretch is the same thing as a vertical compress, okay? And then it compresses it vertically. It's going to smash it down vertically. We haven't talked about that. And then shifted, it's going to go -3. The opposite of -3 is a +3, so it's going to go right 3 units, and then this means up 4 units, okay? Make sure you know those transformations. Number 31. Okay. And this should be a squared right here, so make that a squared. Okay, so the vertex, this is H and this is K, and remember that H is opposite. So it's -3, -2. The line of symmetry is going to be x equals -3, and it's positive, so it opens up, so it has a minimum. The minimum number is -2. The range is going to be, since it opens up, it's going to be greater than or equal to the -2. And then in standard form, this is tricky here. Okay, so we're going to have 1/2 parentheses x plus 3 squared minus 2. We've got to do x plus 3 times x plus 3, don't we? So I'm going to write down x plus 3 twice, and then I'm going to do the full, right? So we're going to have 1/2 parentheses x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 2. Remember also, you can square, square, multiply, double, right? Square, square, multiply, double. Then I'm going to distribute the 1/2. So I'm going to have 1/2 x squared plus 3x, and then I'm going to do 4.5. Half of 9 is 4.5, and then minus, this is a 2, minus 2, and then I'm going to end up with 1/2 x squared plus 3x plus 2.5, which is going to be like 5 over 2. So this right here would be my standard form. Got to be able to go from vertex to standard, and the key is this right here. You got to be able to do this and get that, okay? So I would just square, square, multiply, double. That's the easiest way. And then on number 32, I would multiply the bottom one by 2, and that's going to eliminate your x, okay? So you would get 6x minus 4y equals negative 38. And then you're going to add and go straight down, and your y's would eliminate. Got to be able to substitute and eliminate systems without a calculator. If you can't do that, seriously thinking about not going into pre-AP geometry next year. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Remember, you are amazing, you are created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome.